Hey guys, Steve Bewley here. One more video for you, and this one is on layers. Very simple. You know, if you're familiar with any other drawing software, or the likes of WYSIWYG or anything like that, everything uses layers. Vectorworks uses layers, so it's good. It's always good housekeeping to keep your all your elements in your drawing. For example, trussing, staging elements, people. I would tend to put everything in layers so you can actually turn things on, turn things off, remove things. It just helps you when you're building, and it's good housekeeping to do it from the beginning. So without further ado, we'll jump straight in. I'm just going to select this guy and I'm going to add him to a new layer. So if we go down to the layers box at the bottom here, we're going to select the little blue boxy option where my mouse cursor is. So if you click that, and then you will be presented with a little box to give your layer a name. So I'm going to select this one as people. I want to click the box and I'm going to give it a color, which will be red. And as you can see, now that person on there is in a layer. So I'm going to turn him on. Sorry, I've jumped a step. So I need to go back in here and actually add him to the layer now. So select what you want to add to the layer, then right click and then move to layer, and I want to add him into people. And then I'm going to start a new layer with my Sharpie lights in there. I'm going to select all of these lights and then all Sharpies. We're going to move them to Sharpies. I'm going to double click that because I want to change the color. We'll set that to magenta. And then we'll add some more lights. We'll add some strobes. So we'll go JDC. We'll add 10 of those in, like so. And then we'll create a new layer. We'll call them strobes. So that's already purple, so we'll keep that there. And then what I want to do is I want to start building sort of master folders with sort of master heading layers with sub layers underneath those. Again, you start grouping things together. It'll just help you further down the line. So just creating, you can either right click to add a layer, and I would just say stage. I mean, you could go to the top layer, we'll just call it lighting. Then you could go, so we're going to click strobes, and then we're going to drop that into the lighting, and now you see that becomes a sub layer of the main lighting layer. We're going to do that with Sharpies as well. You can see the little green tick, the green arrow on the screen there, and that means you are about to add that as a sub folder and a sub layer in the particular group that you're next to. So for example, if I wanted to then go, we have our lighting master layer, and then I want to add another layer underneath. So we go stage lighting. For example, we could do that. And we drag that into the lighting layer. But then we want to put these guys into there because that is our stage lighting, for example. And then we want our flown lighting as another folder. So again, just drag that in there. And as you can see, it's good housekeeping. It keeps everything neat and tidy. So then you could end up with, you know, a bunch of main level layers, then with a lot of sub layers. So you can just easily turn things on, turn things off. We'll just turn the whole lighting layer off with the little eyeball here. We'll turn it on and off, and then we can actually solo things, which is basically the lighting fixtures on their own. And you can lock the layer as well. We've just done solo though, so you can see. So now that this layer is locked, I shouldn't be able to select any of those lights. So you can unlock. I always do this when we are building a file, for example, like a stage or anything. We'll put the stage in place, then lock it, so you don't keep selecting it and moving it accidentally as you're building your show file, and then you don't get mixed up further down the line. So yeah, so that's basically it. You can actually delete folders and files, so we could actually delete things. We can remove any unused, so if you've got layers that don't have anything in them, you can just click remove unused and that'll get rid of anything. Again, just good housekeeping. It's always good to keep your files neat, because if you have multiple users in this file, or people, you're going to pass this file on to other people, it's always good just to keep it tidy. You can actually move things, and you can actually select certain you can select the elements which are in layers just by right clicking and then select from layer, and then now you can see this little guy's he's actually selected there. If I went to the lighting layer, I can go select from layer, and actually all the lights are selected there. So that's a very handy little tool. Yeah guys, so just keep your files neat, and cool. I'll see you on the next one.